Guys, welcome to another episode of UnMotivated, the podcast where we try to find motivation to keep this shit going. We've got Jamahl, we've got Stan, we've got Better Best Dog, all on the mics today. This is Stan's first episode back. I don't know, Stan, why do you like fucking podcasts, bro?
I mean, it's just people get to see the behind the scenes stuff.
There's nothing fucking going on. We're sitting down.
Yeah, but we have really good conversations.
This is fucking nothing going on. You know how annoying this thing is? I told you guys I hate podcasts with a passion because you don't fucking do anything. And everything I do is in action or it's in motion. So you go, where's the opportunity here?
So the reason why I like it, because we have our best conversations off camera.
Yeah.
I think I've learned the most from you when we just had real candid conversations, and this is kind of exactly how we do it. But now the camera's on, and, you know, a little more comfortable.
Okay, so with that being said, today's topic, people, we're gonna get to it. Listen, Jamarcus never really got fucked over in the dog space because he met me before the fucking could begin. Stan, unfortunately, and Jamahl, they have some stories, man. Kind of stories of how you looking for people. And I myself, I've got one story ever. And that was the last. But you know, these guys have good hearts and so forth and so on. So, Jamahl, go ahead and tell them, you know, how you got started in the dog space and why.
Man, I've loved dogs since I could remember living in Florida with my grandparents for a little bit before I came back to New York. And I got my first puppy at church. It was a pit bull.
At church? They selling dogs at church?
Hey, man, look, my grandmother was
They're like this. Won't he do it? Ain't God good?
Yeah,
All the time.
he was
All the
good.
time.
He was
Amen.
good. Yeah, my grandmother was cool with the pastor and all of that stuff. She just came back from, she just, transitioned from New York to Florida, originally from Jamaica. So, she was looking for a new home, and, got caught up. I wouldn't say got caught up, but got very invested in the family, the camaraderie of the church, the people that she met. And I got my first dog from the pastor's daughter. It was a pit bull, a Brindle pit bull. And they didn't like it. Man. So it was crazy, man. So,
Hold on. The pastor's daughter slinging dogs?
man, look, I guess I've always been around the bullies, just never knew what was going on.
Look, Stan watched me almost take a drink, and he said pastor's daughter. I was like,
Bro,
hold on.
No, this is real shit, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, that's how I got introduced to the dogs, man. I always loved dogs. I always try to figure out how I could finesse a puppy into the house. And then ended up coming to Texas and got the opportunity to get some land, or not land, but, bigger space, and started this thing all over again. And ended up getting, what is it considered? It's not, was it a micro bully?
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
think.
what they're calling them.
Yeah, I gotta.
They got so many names, people, but, got the micro bully, and then what?
Man, look. Dude, met this cool dude at the time and had a lot of dope dogs. It was more so started up for my cousin because he was moving and he just needed to rehome some dogs. And I seen this badass presser and a couple micro bullies and the pocket bullies. And I'm like, man, these things look pretty dope. You know what I mean? And he was like, man, look, whatever you can take, go ahead, take it. Yeah,
Whatever you could take. He got mad dogs.
Yeah,
All you think about is, look,
yeah,
get
he
one
had
of them, please.
Yeah, he had to move around, man. So that's how I ended up getting into the space, man, and it was cool. I got introduced to how big the bully space was and the presser space, and pretty much started falling in love with the process of it, just trying to figure out, how to be a responsible dog owner, and went down to trials. Tribulations.
A lot of trials and tribulations. So now that the trials are over, what you gonna say something, Stan?
Nah, this is the what not to do's.
And that was a journey in itself. Now, Stan, how did you get involved in the dog space? Because we know you didn't got shook by just shook down, bro.
Well, when I got in, I had a dog that got hit by a car. So I said the next dog I got, I wanted to do some training with. And I found a guy who was affordable. And I started going out there. And then the decoy who was there, he ended up, not coming back. So I was like, well, I want to learn how to do this. And I jumped in, but I had no plan. I had no clue. I had no idea that the dog world was, everything that it is now. And just people took advantage of that because I was genuinely happy to have fun with the dogs, and people saw that and they just took advantage because I didn't realize you can make a lot of money off of this.
Jesus.
Yep.
So tell them your best, your matter of fact, tell them your worst story. That's what we need to hear. We need to hear the damn, like, what the fuck happened?
So the worst story, I mean, and there's a lot of stuff that leads up to this worst story that I missed and I just allowed to go because I wanted to stay in the dog place. There was a time Jamil and I went to this lady's house to work this dog, and I had told Butch that the dog shouldn't have gone home. It was supposed to be a protection dog. This lady's a lawyer in Dallas, and she might actually need a dog one day if she got a pissed off client. And the lady had paid in full, and we had the dog for like 2 months or so, and it just wasn't a good protection dog. Like it didn't have the drive, it didn't have the desire to do it, and we should have spent a lot more time building that dog up. The lady ended up taking the dog back, waited like 2-3 months, and then we were going to do a home invasion scenario, and we went over there and for whatever reason Butch didn't want me to decoy the dog, so he let Jamil do it. And this is when Jamil was still learning, he was afraid of dogs before, so getting over his fear. And we had went out there, and the dog didn't bite.
Oh, man.
So the next day, I told Butch, I'm like, hey, why didn't you want me to decoy? And he told me that when he makes a decision, all I need to do is smile and say, yes, sir. Oh, wow. And this is when I was doing every YouTube video. I was training every dog, every demo. I would bringing people in. This was after Top Dog, so people were literally bringing their dogs out there. We were having damn near 10 dogs every 2 weeks coming out, and people are thinking that I'm training the dogs, and he just got taken advantage of. And then when he told me that, basically he wanted me to be, for lack of better words, a slave, a yes man. When I was doing so much, I literally just walked out that day, and then it was
history.
It was the best thing to happen, but it just sucks because I did think he actually gave a fuck about me, where he just was manipulating me, using me for the ability that I had.
And Butch, a bitch was an 80-year-old a bitch. Butch.
Shit, it sounded like he was there too.
Butch was 80-year-old with 2 bad hips and a bad shoulder, could barely keep it around. So he had Stan working like a Hebrew, brother.
I learned a lot. I got to work a lot of different dogs, and I think it helped me be the way that I am now, because I don't need just one particular style of dog to get to do the things that they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So it was a good educational experience, and Trevor is actually the straw that broke the camel's back.
Guys, go ahead, tell it.
He came out, hit me up on Instagram talking about, hey, I want to come shoot a video. He comes out, we're sitting down, hanging out, whatever, waiting for him to get there. And he pulls up and he walks right by Butch and shakes my hand, has a whole conversation with me. And I saw Butch's face and he went inside.
Pride.
Yep. And that was literally probably the thing that he was like, man, fuck this nigga now. Like, people coming in, not even acknowledging me, and you being Trevor. Yeah. If anybody's ever met Trevor, he's always the same way. And
very off-putting if you don't know me. Like, I'm just like, I don't know why. First day I said, so what the fuck are you guys out here doing all day? I don't know Stan from Adam. Oh, this is ridiculous. I like operations. Maul, please. And we're going to come back to Stan, to be clear, because that was the journey. Please tell him. Just one. Now, mind you, Maul has the type of stories that'll break someone like me into a sweat. You go, oh, no. Oh, God, no. It's like watching somebody fall out of a 10-story building in slow motion. You know they're going to hit the ground and die. But you still got to watch. You go, wow, I wonder how big the splat's going to be. So in his case, the stories he has are like godly, man. And he still maintains a positive attitude. Out of all the stuff that he like, yo, this dude's still a good dude, man. I don't know if I'd be a good dude after this. So what's your worst, best story? Like, where to begin?
Yeah, man. It's just so many different entry points for that story, man. But for the most part, man, in the beginning, the couple dogs that I did have, I didn't really have any knowledge of how to treat it outside of, like you said, just going to one person for the source of everything. Mm-hmm. And it kind of became like subject to just only having to rely on him. And I guess, that person understood that. And every time like I got interested in trying to learn more, get more educated about the community, it was frowned upon. Yep. So I had a lot of people would say the type of dogs that I was getting to not really know the dog space was just like, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? To get those dogs, not have no proper guidance in what's going on or be able to have access to the community wasn't the wasn't a move that a lot of people would make, you know, as a first dog that you want to deal with, man. But man, it just got fucked over. It could have been a way better, I feel like, transition, because I was just really so genuinely curious about learning and wanted to be a part of something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then trying to show loyalty, you know, because, you know, learning from other channels, other people, learning how big the dog space is, what people do with the semen and all of this stuff, and how you can't trust niggas as far as you can throw them. Very cutthroat industry, no matter what kind of breed you have. If there's hype around it, or you got some kind of motion, you know what I mean, around whatever product, you know, you're dealing with, people will find a way to try to get, you know, infiltrate that circle. So my experience has been just dealing with the bad side of business, and how to be able to handle these animals properly and make sure, you know, you could evaluate and read what's going on. I didn't know anything about that until I stumbled across you and this other dude named Miguel.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy, Way. I guess that's how he say it.
I
But
go
yeah,
Miguel.
yeah, Miguel, man, real solid dude, man.
He's one we definitely got to have on this thing.
He's
man.
Miguel, one of them ones, man. Yo, Miguel, one of them ones, man. But it took me like two years to get close to him, man. For him to be like, man, this dude don't got no malicious intent. He just trying to learn.
Yeah.
And then he pretty much, you know, was introducing me to the world and just getting me more formal and educated on what's going up on game, man. And pretty much started opening up the doors. And then you came and just took it to a whole nother level. So
Guys,
yeah.
so mind you, as I said, we're going to be very unfiltered. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Jamal's still trying to be corporate, and you know, I respect you know him managing his piece, but let's just call it what it is. And unfortunately, what happens oftentimes, people take such pride they think in their dogs that they give people like Jamahl bad dogs, and the truth is he got a lot of bad dogs from someone who intended to son him. Kanye said, before I sunned him, I gave him a check, a.k.a. Big Sean. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of that particular situation. What I can tell you is, as I sold Jamahl, and I've sold a lot of dogs that were better than all of the dogs I kept. I didn't keep the best dogs, to be clear. I never have. I would tell you this, out of ego and Amir's litter, when it happens, I'm keeping the best boy out of that one. For a fact. But every other person, I told them when they put up, yo, this is the best dog. This is the one you're getting is the best one. And I know it. And so be it. She is. She's got everything that I would want to breed, which is why I said, you know, I might have to keep her close to home. Close enough. Beauty about it is I had no clue he was. The guy who originally, you know, hooked Jamahl up, and when we say hook him up, he just kept fucking him over and fucking over. And that I get the stories. I get all the stories. So we can't be kind and act like this ain't a space, meaning the dog space, where people are trying to get a dog out their door, telling you the dog could do all this stuff and the dog ain't worth a damn. That's the truth.
Yep.
So I'm what you call, I'll call a dog. We won't kill it unless we have to. and get it into the right space or the right environment so it could thrive. But not every dog that even I like, as people continue to say, where's Bam Bam? He's gone. He's not dead. He's in a good place. He's with some people, but he's not. There's nothing I could do with him. There's nothing I could do for him. So in this case, Jamahl, Stan, and a few others, they got screwed, and I came right along, and well, the screwing's over. It's really that simple. It's that simple, and now they know what questions to ask and how to even move forward, as they said in the dog space. And mind you, I don't hold nothing over them. If anything, I was so glad to give Jamahl his paperwork. It says your application, it's signed. All you got to do is file it. You go, wow, he never had that before. That is a feeling when you get paperwork. There's somebody else that we just got their paperwork to him. I love that. I love that people actually get to do good business, because that's what it should be about. Yeah. But for whatever reason, you know, it's a shakedown. So we're going to get off of the live, people. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. UnMotivated. We're going to build a library of podcasting. I repeat, I hate them with a passion. But if you're in Dallas and you can talk dog, or you want to kind of maybe tell your story, reach out, because we want to interview people. We'll be bringing on business people. Stan is here. We're going to really dive into it. I'm going to get him to talk. Believe me. Somebody going to tell the truth. But I repeat, if you are a fan and someone who loves what we do, I'm not here for the bully people and the breeders. I'm not a friendly person. I'm never going to be friendly. I'm kind. I'm kind. So kind means you come up to me like people did at the ABKC Nationals. I'll shake your hand, take a picture, we'll talk dog, and we'll move on. I'm not calling you afterwards. We're not friends. I mean, it's so hard to be friends for like me. It's like a friend. He's like, oh my God, that's so stressful. Who would want one of those? That's ridiculous.
What was it I said? It was like he's the most evil person you'll ever meet with the kindest heart. It's the weirdest. It's an oxymoron. Like I don't get it.
It's exactly true, but I do want beyond the reason without the best for people. So even this, Maul had talked about doing a him and Cat podcast, and Stan's asked many times, and Jamarcus said, "Man, we need to get into it." I'm like, God damn.
Yep, gotta do it.
Like,
Hey, they want to hear what you have to say. That's all.
I do not want to do this, but I said, you know what? It's Christmas time, and this is the best time because people are going to be sitting down. So if you're out there trying to build your brand up, over the next 2 weeks until January 5th, you have an opportunity to potentially acquire 20,000 to almost 100 plus more thousand followers if you do it right. And that's because just like in COVID, people will be sitting at home scrolling and watching. There are more viewers than doers. So this right here lends an opportunity for us to reach more people in a bigger audience. And I know when to double down on the work. So this is work for me, which is an opportunity to highlight some truth, teach and educate. So we're going to guide and keep this thing rocking and rolling. Shout out for everybody who's on here. This episode's not over. This is a light intermission. And we're going to get back to it. And still, look, talk about their emotional state. Hey, Mo, how was you feeling the first time you got fucked over? A few questions to talk about. Brother, I like what you're doing. You posting. Yeah, I appreciate it. Go ahead, man. DM me. Look, people, I normally get the DMs over 2 or 3 days. I got to be honest with you. We're up from day to night. And I know people just think I'll be on the phone. I promise I don't. I'm like, I put this thing away.
Bro, I don't even have notifications on.
Yeah, all notifications. You heard Jamahl. All notifications are off. Like my phone don't. If he texts me, he can get a contact with me. And I always respond right back. That's the only thing you got. Notification for text is on. But if you don't call me or text me, which Stan will tell you, I can answer that thing in 2 seconds. But if it's on Instagram or social media anywhere else, I'm not replying. It's just I'll get to it when I can because here we are once again working. Yep. So stay tuned, people. As always, take care of your dogs. I appreciate you again for stopping by. We're going to highlight the truth. We're going to get into the facts. We're going to try to build some business, life, dog. We're going to show you how to make some drinks. We're going to have a good time, most importantly. And I'm going to do what I always do, and that's tell the truth. Would you do Buzz in a different state? I'm currently in New York. Yeah, so get this. We've got a beautiful TV back there. and shout out to Jamahl for getting the TV up. This right here, we'll figure out, and I've done it on another one. I was on someone's podcast. We can bring guests on and stream you right through. So we're not going to be limited. Hey, you got to sit down physically. Sit down and let's connect. Let's talk dog. Let's talk life. Let's be better.
What part of New York?
What part of New York? Maul want to know because he's from New York.
You're curious, boy.
Yeah. We'll see what they say. But at anywho, people, UnMotivated is a podcast that I wanted to create because I tell you it's super hard to stay motivated. Stay motivated and be encouraged even when you hear stories like Jamahl's and watch Stan grow and Jamarcus. Look at this guy. Fucking nigga, shut up. This is great. I love those kind of things because that person probably doesn't have a voice. Nobody will probably ever listen or want anything to do with them. That's crazy.
That was a comment?
That's crazy. I love those kind of things because it's like a child speaking out of term.
Oh, man. I'm gonna cut this clip, y'all.
KKK for the win. Hope you get murdered, niggas. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm cutting this clip out for sure. Watch. I'm marking it right now.
You ain't made it until you get death threats.
This is a prime example of more viewers than doers. No matter what's going on, they have to watch what we're doing. And I'm not telling you to watch. I've never in my story or anything said, watch what you do. I said, guys, we got work to do. We have work to do, so we have to do the work. That's the most important thing. If he got bullied in school. Hey, look, guys, I'm a positive person. And you know what I learned as a kid was diplomacy. Now, see what I'm saying? What he doesn't understand is we have, and I learned this at the ABKC, a lot of love and support. Therefore, I would go as far as almost dangerous to threaten someone like me because that makes people very uncomfortable. That makes it like this. I would leave him alone if I was you, buddy. He's one of the guys we need. we need of you. Oh, wow. We don't have, this guy's off the chain. I like this. This is good. Keep that energy coming, guy. Nothing. Nothing.
What do you say now? What do you say now?
He said we don't got no guns between us. Well, that's neither for here nor there. Reaching this man. Listen. Linda.
Got the backpack.
This is a prime example. Look, that's motivation into something. Now I'm motivated.
Man, take care of your dogs, man.
Man, look, you heard the man,
Take
guys.
care of your dogs,
Thank you
man.
for watching. That was great. Whenever you get hate, I repeat, embrace it. Embrace the hate. It is a beautiful thing. I think Malcolm X said it. If you have no haters, you have no progress. You'll never progress. You'll have no progress. You need people to love, hate you, and even be jealous of you. But if we come together, we can make the world a better place, and that's the only reason why I exist. I'm here because Jamal's taught me a lot about myself. Stan has. Jamarcus has. I was gonna throw him off the bridge one time.
True story.
True story.
You're
So
gonna put my head through a wall.
at anywho, go at some point. We'll start dropping little clips and have some fun, and the podcast. It's live and well. You say no more. Guys, keep killing my friend. Keep killing my friend. We will talk still. And Farron, shout out to Farron, man. Fit Bully TV.
Bully, bro.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
for
There you
Ron.
go. As they say, you ain't got no haters. I will talk to you guys, and as always, take care of your dogs, people.
That is funny, man.
Oh man.
Bro, that dude was going in. I wonder what's going on. That's midday.
I want to see his pace. See what kind
For
of dogs
real.
he has.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm
look.
saving this one.
Hey, trust me. Hey, y'all heard that. I'm gonna cut this clip, but that is funny. That is
But that's
funny.
what you look for. Is that kind of right there? Now,
Yeah.
anywho, back to the place. So, Jamahl, you wanted a big dog, right?
Yeah, I wanted a big dog. I got infatuated with big dogs, man.
And so now he has two big dogs. He has a presser who had rickets, and
Still has it.
still has it. And that's because, again, I could have solved the problem had I known. But mind you, as I've told many people, you should be able to contact your breeder, right? You should be able to contact your breeder and learn. You say, hey, my dog's having this, and that problem. Perfect, do this. I can almost solve between Chris and Ruben and myself foundation. I got all the books, a lot of books, what's going on. So how did you feel the first time you got a shitty dog from said breeder? We don't got to say no names. I'm not here to like kill a nigga, but you go.
So it didn't feel like a shitty dog at first. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just happy to get something that was different. So it didn't feel like a shitty dog. I actually remember when we went to go pick the dog up. Me, Kat, and my sister that was in town for like the summer, we was hyped. We just finished drinking. He was like, "Yo, that's the dog." You know what I'm saying? We pulled up, and I told him, I told him before we get out the car, man, if this dog's not what it is, because Kat already knows she's been through some experiences with me.
Oh, wait till we get her on because
I told her, man, if this dog is not what it is, man, fuck it, we just gonna leave it and just go. Nigga, wrong mistake going drunk. You know what I'm saying? Or just in a good mood. So they hop out the car. Oh my gosh, she's cute. We're gonna call her Dolce. And I'm looking at her, and you really couldn't really see the rickets like that. You know what I mean? In the beginning. So I'm looking at her. I'm talking about her coat is popping. She just standing strong, buff. I'm like, damn, this dog is tough.
How old was she?
I think at that month, we got her like 4 or 5 months, going on 5 months.
and I don't buy dogs at 5 months to be clear. People. If he had me in his ear, he'd be like, Trev, what do you think? I was like, no, just no.
Yeah, it was her.
And mind you,
sister.
her rickets too are due to her shoulder set. So if you look at Dolce, her shoulder set sits slightly forward, which forces her arms back. So her angulation's completely off, which means he probably took it to a bad dog. And I could go down the line because I've seen her enough. I live here with Maul. And so, but just looking, because even Fred broke it down for us one time. Trev, was it a high rear because of shoulders? Is this? And Chris, God dang, Lord have mercy. You want somebody to analyze a dog. He says, I'm not even going to say what he said about one of the dogs at Nationals. But I said, for real? He says, yeah, that's what happened. He said, his ain't messed up, but it's because his chest is so wide. He'd be like, all right, Chris. You leave it at that. But at anywho, you see the dog coming off of a high, no drugs, a.k.a. just some liquor. And everybody's excited. You don't know what you're looking for either, though.
No, I don't know what I'm looking for, man.
Would you say most purchases are emotional versus logical?
When it comes to dog, yes. Because some people say puppy. Puppy.
Exactly.
Impulse buys.
Yeah. So it's just, but the relationship we had, we just kept getting past dogs. So it was just like, it was kind of one of those situations like, oh, when am I gonna get this one this time? Oh, I've been, holding it down. I'm probably gonna get the dog I want this time. You know what I mean? And I come and I'm thinking, the whole time I wanted a boy. But, I understand that I had to get the girls because when you get the girls and they go in heat, it causes a lot of issues in the crib. That's really why I probably was getting the girls, kind of dim down the chaos going around the crib. You know,
But that's because the breeder in this
stuff.
case was only thinking about himself.
Yeah, so
So I didn't sell Jamahl a girl. For instance, I tell you up front, your girls are going to create your boys, right?
yeah, we wanted Lola. We wanted Lola.
Yeah, but mind you, the education's like, yo, you take care of this girl for the next 2 years. I'll make sure you don't have to worry about anything else again because we start talking investment, right? So man can pay me $3,000 for Lola. You turn around, and if you pour into this girl right, epigenetically speaking, you will get the boy of your dreams because I know who to breed her to, right? So it wasn't, let me get this dog out because I can't control my other dogs. Whereas like, let me get you the best dog possible so I can set you up for success. Mm-hmm. I'll never get into the bully space the way that I think if they would like me to. Mm-hmm. But guys like Jamahl, Jamarcus, and even at times I think, Stan, they can leverage any dogs that they have access to or they get and work with you people. I never will. But and I got a few people that I will work with, but you get my point.
I'm the same way. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good on them bullies.
Yeah, so fast forward, you take the girl off his hands, you get her, you don't know what to look for, what to assess, or even like what you're looking at. What's the next emotion once you realize that this is like one of those black cats that didn't pop?
Man, she had some cool signs in the beginning, a little timid or whatever. But like I said, when I connected with you, and then we really started sitting down and watching these YouTube episodes and stuff, and I'm like, damn, all right, I got to start doing that shit with her. And then couldn't, man. And then I tried to get it, I tried to get Miguel involved.
Stan was like,
bro,
everybody see ego and think it go get an ego. It's not gonna happen, buddy.
I mean, it wasn't trying to go all the way ham, but just start working with her. You know what I mean? In general. But then every time I really wanted to try to, she showed me signs of things that probably could get out of her. Man, it was always some resistance. Oh, you don't need to post that. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. And stay out the way. This game is deadly. This game is vicious. People be on bullshit. But I'm like, yo, bro, I just want to have an active dog. I'm an active person.
Yes,
I want an active dog.
Let me tell you guys. Look, Jamahl, if he's got the time, picks his son up at about 3:00. He's got some help there too. So that's why we're doing the podcast now. Shout out to Cat for doing that. But if we like, yo, we about to go to Arbor Hill, he'll be like, yo, I'm coming.
Yeah,
he'll load his dogs up, and that's a 2.5 at least, no less than 2.2 mile walk that we're taking the dogs on. But he likes to be active. He literally texts me, y'all at the gym, and at different times I even said nothing, and he just wave because he pull it up, But my point is you buy a Presa Canario because it is a working breed. Yeah, it should be able to, beyond a reasonable doubt. And I know that because shout out to our guy Miguel. When we walk, I clocked my watch. When we did 4 miles to go get them hogs, was Miguel's presser a little gas, a little winded? Yeah, but he walked 4 miles and was fine. There was never a concern.
Still
of him
got on
dying.
that hog.
And still got on the
Oh,
hog.
yeah,
Still got on that hog.
Then broke into 2 fights.
Yeah, got
with
activated.
other dogs.
Yeah.
Got activated.
And
yeah.
when one of the
Dogos.
in the dude says, I've never seen so-and-so submit. Ryu ain't playing, and I remember because I remember more dog than I remember human names. But point is his dog was active, man. So if a guy lives an active lifestyle and you say this is an active dog, and then you get a dog and it like Dolce almost died. I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't pay attention to any of the people who called me, or my bad, who commented when we posted a video of Dolce kind of like moving back and forth. She's about to die. When Chris and Ruben said, Trevor, there's something called DIC. I said, what does that mean? Death is coming.
Oh shit!
And so they literally like, yo, you've got in 72 hours that dog could still die, boss. You could wake up and she'd be dead. So what did Dolce do that night? For one, she threw up everything that was in her stomach. For two, she had a blowout. And her body is saying, we don't have the energy to deal with anything other than surviving. So you're scared. I know you had to be worried. And I wasn't tripping. I was like, oh, she'll be fine. But when Chris and Ruben, Chris lives on the West Coast. They've never been in the same place. Ruben lives on the, my bad. Chris lives on the East Coast. Ruben lives on the West Coast. They both said the same thing. I said, oh, shit.
I was like, oh, my God.
And that's from a walk. And mind you, it wasn't even hot. It'd be
even
different
gonna
if I was like, yo, let's push the dog today. It's 99 degrees in Dallas. Let's get them going and see how far we could take them. Nigga, it was like 70 degrees with a cast over with no sun shining.
And they still got some water too that day.
They got in the water. Like, bro, when I tell you they couldn't move and she was fucked, it was frightening for me, but I go, yo, she should be good by now. You just got to get her to the car, get her back, bro. I didn't know, but he didn't buy the dog for her not to be able to walk 2 or 3 miles.
Yeah.
And fast forward, I could tell you from my own personal 2 good eyes, I walked with the presser. And he did 4 miles. I know that because I was like, God damn, we still walking, bro. So this we still walking. We got a hog. Dog got on a hog. 4 miles and the dog was fine. That's what he was thinking he was getting.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also the breeder's inactive.
Yeah.
So when you start seeing these signs pop up, what are you thinking? How are you feeling?
You don't know what to look for, man. So I feel like dealing with y'all, man, it's more so quality, right? But then people who feel like getting a quality dog is just by how it looks, you know what I'm saying? Or
How much they pay.
how much they pay.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's really like I would want to buy moving forward, you know what I'm saying? I want to buy dogs that resemble people, you know what I mean, that kind of resemble my lifestyle, what I got going on.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Like, they active, you know what I mean? I have the option of being that. I just don't have a dog that just has, you know, a moper. Like that dog is going to be lazy because I'm being lazy versus me, you know, getting something for free and having to pay for it. Ended up paying for it. I paid an extra $500 more than I got from Lola without papers.
Oh,
For a dog who
Guys,
can't walk 2
guys,
You know what I'm
miles.
saying? And then it's like,
oh,
all I was trying to do, and like I say, yo, man, shout out to the OGs, man. You can feel how you feel, man. But like, all I was trying to do was be solid and be a part of something. And then when I tried to reach out to the other homie, you know what I'm saying?
They played him like some soybean chocolate milk.
how frustrating is that, bro? Because that's,
Man.
I'm like I said, I'm so fortunate that I got to come into this space with Trev.
He literally
the
walked
right
in
way.
with the fucking
you
golden
want-
ticket.
if you-
nigga.
with the
If you-
golden tickets, like
Bro,
Willy Wonka and the chocolate
If you
factory.
gonna give me my flowers saying how you appreciate how I offer a helping hand and we gonna get you right and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then be so quick
Yeah.
to be like, man, I thought, you know, I tried to take you under the wing. Taking me under the wing is giving me something that I could represent you by also.
Like,
Yeah.
you hear
know
the
what I'm
phrase
saying?
"take you under the wing." People, I'm taking you under my wing because I want you to fly one day.
Yeah.
I want you to fly as fast as the fastest animal on earth, and that's a falcon.
Like, I swear to God, my bad, bro. But
No,
he-
you good.
He
No,
was
you
like,
good. This is a podcast. You're supposed to do that.
He would talk like he talked that talk, and it's like
Get you all amped up too, huh?
I ain't gonna lie. I do feel like he had like he did mean some type of well. His just vision wasn't more focused on the health and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing, though,
just
too, though.
focused on the type of dog.
Think
How it
about
looks?
though. I've told you met my kid Jack.
Yeah.
Very important to me.
Gotcha.
If I'm worth $100 billion, I expect Jack to be worth $500 billion. People, I already know that I'm a pauper. A pauper means a charitable person. PAUP, I believe ER. And the only reason why I exist is to better the world. Therefore, if I can't enrich everyone around me, I probably shouldn't be there. So when we start talking about taking on the wing, making sure he's good, I got to make sure he's really good. I want him to have minimal concerns and issues getting into the future. So even when we try to, and he's good along, I think with other people who are compassionate, I like compassion. And saying, oh, well, I don't think they really meant that. Look, you get fucked over, they meant it.
They meant it.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, I've been here now for some time.
Yeah.
You ever feel like you've been fucked over?
No.
I give him the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. And nobody,
I be trying to keep people away from this nigga because I'm like, yo, I have an idea how he's gonna respond.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yeah,
It is so
people
funny
ask,
that
what can I
they're-
come up there?
It is so fun because I've seen that over the years, bro. Like people genuinely put a barrier between, like, because I used to do it. Like people are like, yo, I'm like, nah, there's no way.
I don't think you built for it.
Exactly.
Bro. I don't think
No,
built
you're gonna
for
be
it, bro.
offended.
Yeah.
You're gonna start. I was like, and I'm gonna get questions why I brought you.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't about to deal with
You
that.
gonna ruin my relationship.
Exactly. I ain't about to deal with that. No.
So what they're also talking about is value, right? So what I've done in making sure Jamal's good, Jamarcus is good, Stan's good is I brought so much value that I didn't see it before. I got to be honest with you, guys. I'm not a friend driven person, so I've got people who've always protected me, and it's because I've been straightforward with them. But they go, look, you're not built to last. You want to come into and Jim Collins, shout out to Jim Collins, who wrote Good to Great, and he wrote a book, Built to Last. I read them both. Very good books about level 5 leaders and just business in general. But what I can tell you is the reason why Jamahl and even Stan and Jamarcus are built to last is because foundationally speaking, none of them are really chasing money. They're chasing life. And life is about learning. Doesn't mean we don't want money. Because I'm going to charge you, to be clear. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm going to get my money. But I need to know that we can grow. And if we look at the next 20 years of our lives, where do we want to land? And how do we want to die? So Jamal's given him kind of a pass, but I've learned enough about the dog space that unfortunately people are trying to shake people down. Like they just like, yo, I'm gonna just get the money out this nigga. It's not a good feeling, man.
It's definitely not. And I think it's just because there's not a lot of education out there in the dog world.
Which is why I knew we'd be okay.
of what a good dog is supposed to do. My best dog, I paid $100 for.
Yeah.
And I'll put him
Rocco.
up against any dog in the world in any discipline. If he's not better than that dog, they're gonna be like, "Hey, you need to do like 2 more things, and he'll be better." The same thing that we went on Top Dog. I just was playing with my dog years before that, just having a good time. So then when we got on Top Dog, it was literally the same thing that we were doing, just on a bigger platform, and nobody expected us to do good. Even the fucking people that we were training with, they're like, "Don't embarrass us." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would y'all think I'm gonna go on TV and not do the same thing that we do all the time? And it was a really dark place when I went on Top Dog as well. There was a lot of people who didn't like me. There was a lot of people who hesitated.
Here's the thing, man. I think it's because people aren't having fun, man. The thing that I've noticed with you specifically when it comes to everybody else, even myself, we all get too serious trying to make sure we're trying to create the perfect dog so they can have a tight heel, do this, and that. And you are genuinely just having a good time with your dog. And I think that's where the disconnect is between, because most people think, oh man, I need to do this, and that. Like, yo, just go out and have fun with your dog. And trust me, that bond right there will do more wonders for you than you just putting them in a strict structure and a schedule and, treating it like one of those things.
You know, my bad, man.
Bro,
No, go ahead.
Never say your best. So on this podcast, everybody interjects. The point of it is to speak freely.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people try to get access to each one of y'all, bro. And I understand. I understand
Hey, because
why
you know
niggas is
what?
mad.
Hey,
I
listen
understand
though,
why
tell him
niggas is
though.
mad.
'Cause even for Ron, when he reached out, he said, "How'd you get in there? That nigga don't like nobody." He was like,
Bro.
"He upstairs? How, nigga? How, nigga?"
Yeah, bro. Like, I understand. Every day I'm like, oh shit, these niggas is the ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all all hold it down how I need to hold down, bro. But man, I just feel like you said, with the whole dog situation, I feel like this space is just so fucking crazy. Almost like the credit repair space.
Oh, we're gonna get there one of these
Oh,
days. People, stay
man.
tuned for that one. That's gonna be
Man,
up time.
Everybody beefing with each other. The whole goal is to help people, right?
Well,
Facts.
it's
Should be.
the dog
Should be
is,
better dogs.
Yeah,
that
better-
should be
the
the goal
better
of
dogs.
everybody in the dog world.
Better dogs.
Agreed.
Athletic dogs.
It should
healthy
be.
dogs. And niggas is mad.
Yeah,
Mad.
You're mad because I don't want to do it the way that you did it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I've never
So-
seen so many dog trainers in competition with each other when I'm like, yo, I thought the goal was just to help better the dog. But
Yeah,
everybody's
man.
worried about having this dick measuring contest about who's the better trainer. Like, I can tell you right now from personal experience, there is multiple ways to train a dog. And I'm going to tell you right now how Stan trains his dogs and how I train my dogs. Sometimes there's 2 different ways, but it still gets the same result.
Jamarcus put in work with a dog. Oh, well, everybody dog can sit and stay. But can you walk 1,000 yards without it getting up? Come on, bro.
No, true story. Shout out to
why-
202 Bulls. I know he didn't mean anything by it, but I think.
Oh, that was somebody that really said that? Oh, shit.
Facts. Yeah.
No. Somebody really reached out to me because I had
Damn.
ego. I think I had ego on my back or something one day. He says, "Oh man, that's what's up, man. Walk down the block with him." I'm like, and he had a video where he was walking down the block with him. I'm like, come on, because if I walked out, like, ego is fine walking down the block. He's not letting go of that pillow. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
He gonna dig in my back. I'm like, do I want scars like that? I'm good, my man. But he was saying it when I met the guy. Was like, yo, I thank you so much for what you do, man. It's truly an inspiration. I create bullies under the same pretense. I want to do some work. So he meant it from like pure, like, thank you for being you. So I didn't take no offense. And I even followed him. He was like, hey, you follow me? No, when I saw his stuff, I repeat, I don't be on IG like that. I think people think I do. I'm on TikTok. I'll be honest with you. I be on TikTok watching shit, but I don't be on IG. He be on IG. But point is, I concur with all that they've said, because my only here's the challenge though. When you think black, you don't think intelligent, nor do you think capable. So here's the thing: when you see me, you're 9 out of 10 people are gonna be a little frightened. Jamal's fucking 5-6 inches taller than me. Abs 8 inches taller than him. So imagine starting from 6 foot to going to 6'3", 6'4", and then 7'2", and we're all black. You get a little nervous. My point in saying that is when people assess a situation, they look for what they're going to get, if they're going to grow, and then if there's going to be any problems. The challenge is you got to start with the problems and work backwards. He didn't know what to look for in the dog space because a guy sold him a dream. And if you see a dog that you like, if it's one dog out of 20 dogs that you like, and a guy tells you that puppy's going to be that dog, and you don't know any better, you're going to believe it.
Yep.
So my thing is, ask him to show you how great that dog is. Because I told Jamarcus, I said, listen, Junior's not gonna be Ego, bro. And it's only because of Maya. If I had a second terrier type dog that I had bred Ego to, his job would be a lot easier.
It would.
But all of Zara's kids are super intuitive, super smart, super focused, super intelligent. Epigenetics passed from the mother. Jamahl now has access to me, so if he ever has a concern about another dog that he thinks about purchasing outside of what we're trying to achieve, let me see it first, because I'll tell you the fucking truth.
But Junior will be the best of both worlds.
We'll see.
Loving, but he'll get busy.
We'll see. As Drake said in the song, I got high hopes for you, nigga. We
Better
gon'
believe
see.
that. Exactly.
So here we are,
It's tough though, man. I like
and
Junior.
that's the beauty about it. Look,
He's
at
a
the end of
great
the day,
dog.
he's a good dog.
He is.
I'm not knocking that. And mind you, this is 2 years of work. This is 2 years of work, people.
Least.
And I'm still working with Ego.
Bare
Like,
minimum.
the bully was not designed to do work. So I know I've got 5 years of work to get a good dog. And then guess what? It's life. Huh?
What
Oh,
did?
man. Oh, shit.
The what?
The thing back there, the tent, the thing.
Oh, the little awning that we.
We'll deal with that
Yeah,
shortly.
we'll do
Oh,
Okay.
we live. I'm gonna fix it after this.
Uncut, people, uncut.
And
Uncut,
anywho,
uncut.
Stan, and the reason why I wanted you guys to discuss, and you guys have better experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not better, worse.
Yeah, worse
But
experience.
point is Stan lives in his head, people. He gets discouraged. One time he showed up and he had a fucked up haircut.
I'll never forget that. I
And
remember
said,
that.
But you wasn't there when I,
I
said
wasn't,
that
but
on
I
Talk
heard
to
about
Stan.
it though.
Yeah.
And I said, Stan, what are you doing? And he said, I'm boycotting. I'm being a rebel. Is what you said, rebel, right?
Something stupid.
And I said, to who? And he was like, I'm just niggas play me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, get your hair cut. I said, I don't want to hear that shit. And I asked him some simple questions. I said, hey, are your kids okay? He said, yeah. I said, is the wife okay? Yeah. Then what the fuck are we rebelling against? Your bills are paid? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Do not create problems that don't exist. Understand your plight, because he too, like Jamahl, they're compassionate. See, foundationally compassion allows you to allow people to fuck you over.
Yep.
So I'm glad I don't have it, because the minute somebody's like, oh, well, I don't want to hear your fucking sad story. You either can or you can't. If you can't, get the fuck out of my face. So that's when they'd be like, yo, he's a little much. You might not be ready for that.
Shit, even when I was trying to pay for Lola, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna hit you in increments. Okay.
That's it. That's it.
All right. I'm like, damn.
That's exactly what he was saying. He was like, all right.
I was thinking about to get my dog away. I started, nigga. I'm trying to lock in on it. Like, yo, how was your day today?
Yeah, trying to keep talking about nonsense.
I don't play the game that people play, because I do want what's best. Now, mind you, let me be very clear also, I didn't keep track of all the payments. I remember the last one he sent, like, yo, she should be good by now. And even still, I sent her home at 10 weeks. Yeah. So I said, yo, it's time for her to go. She needs to know who her leaders are going to be. She needs to integrate into you guys' circle. She needs to be with you guys. That was that. I got to move on. I still have the paperwork. He has his paperwork now, but I still have the paperwork. So the most powerful tool is the paperwork, but I'm happy to give it if you do right by business. So it's like, yo, I think she's paid off. She's paid off. I'm like, bet. I could care less, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to tell you that money's not required. We spend a lot of fucking money making this shit come to life, but it's all leverageable. So Stan and Jamahl, if you could, walk them through how much better you feel now that you're on the right path, because what we don't, as men do oftentimes, is for men on this particular podcast at this moment in time, we don't get to share or express ourselves emotionally at times. And we do feel rage. We do feel anger. We do feel love. We do feel kindness. We feel goodness. We feel warmth. We feel cold. We feel everything. And I think when you're a man, especially a black man, you like, oh, that nigga be fine. And here's the truth. Stan showed up one time and he was in a dark place. And I almost say he's a dark place, but when I say dark, I mean like, yo, he was hurting, bro. And he's telling me, I mean, his nigga looked like, I was like, yo, what's going on here? Stan likes to have his waves and stuff, so he comes, he's got scruffy, his hair's up. What are you doing? What are you doing? I can't put you on camera like this, you know? And I'm okay if maybe you couldn't get to the barber, but you seem like something's off. What the fuck? Get this shit fixed, bro. Get them niggas go. Move on.
Yep.
Maul, I wasn't around for, as I said, I think Maul probably dealt with it better because he don't let it get to him. He just smiles and keeps it going. But even that, him and I, we had a talk one time about his frustration at the gym. So I said, use that anger, man. It's not a bad thing.
Oh no, it gets to me. It gets to me.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
just so used to like
Being fucked over.
fucked over.
And that's the fucked up part about it.
Fucked up, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so imagine when damn, I can't even explain it properly. It's like you just so used to the fuck shit, bro. So it's like I just be trying to put it on my back, keep it moving, and then like, you know, whenever I deal with it, I deal with it. But then I seen some podcasts. I think it was Jadakiss's son. He did like he freestyled over Jadakiss's beat. And then it made me click the page that he was doing a freestyle on, and he was talking about mental awareness and that mental health. And he was like, yo, sometimes when you bundle all of that shit up, you don't have an outlet for it, you project, you don't even know what you're projecting at. So the things with the dogs became my piece, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like when you go through a lot of things, you got, you know, I'm fortunate, I'm blessed to have my son, but the dogs also, I look at them like them niggas my kids. You know what I'm
man.
saying? So it was like one of them situations where I would want to be all the way right in this situation so I could lead my pack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was one of them kind of situations, dog.
I could relate to that. Like
100%.
Rocco probably saved my life. If I didn't have Rocco at the time, I probably would have done something stupid, been in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was actually, I was getting my hair cut at a trap. That's where my barber was cutting, and there was a situation where they accused me of doing something. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not gonna steal shit. Like I don't have to steal nothing.
The police or the barber?
Just the people at the barbershop.
Niggas-
Not my barber. He's still keeping me fresh right now to this day. But we went over there, and I literally just started taking Rocco everywhere I went, like every single place I went. And if he couldn't go, I didn't go. And they were like, man, you can't bring that dog inside. I said, cool. I said, Knock, you mind cutting my hair outside? He said, no, I'm fine with that. So he cut my hair outside. You know, long story short, the trap gets raided. I'm not there. And literally, Rocco kept me out of a lot of places where I shouldn't have been. And he's put me in places where I should have been. Trevor hit me up from video of Rocco. Hey, it looks like you're having a lot of fun with your dog. I want to come shoot him. And now, 3 years later, we're here making a whole lot more money, having a whole lot more fun, a whole lot more peace. I'm more confident in my ability to do things, my value, all of those things. The business side, the structure, the format, even this, posting random videos of me just talking about my experiences. I wouldn't have done that before because I was a little insecure about, my situation or imposter syndrome or whatever the hell you want to call it. But being around people like this, where they see it and it's like, look, what Trevor told me, he said, I'll give you $2 million to go away. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
To go away?
I told a couple people, though. I told even Hunter, I said, yo, bro, you fail to realize he's made some bad investments at time. I said, I'll give you $10 million. I hate yourself. And I said that. Like, yo, that fucks people because you go like, bro, you think I give a shit about the money, my nigga?
Don't worry, round 2's coming, guys.
Come on, cuz. I'm not a person who's motivated by anything other than realistic. The irony is the opportunity to make these men better men.
Yeah.
And that in itself is a fucking journey. So which I have to be very selective about my friends, but I do appreciate is that these people protect me as well. And I've always protected people around me, so you ain't got to worry about no dumb shit. Like, if it gets dumb, I'll kill a nigga. And you're like, what happened? I think he died.
I learned that. Hey, man, shout out to Jack. I learned that with Jack. Was Jack's birthday what? The 20?
Yeah.
Is it the 23rd?
It was one of them days.
Yeah, like our birthdays was like fucking hella close.
days
Yeah,
apart,
I remember
2 days
that.
apart.
I remember that.
So like I got hyped because I thought Trev was coming out because of me. He was like, nah, let's be clear. Wherever Jack goes, nigga, I go.
That's it.
And it was a good night though.
Yeah,
You know
no.
what I mean? It was a good
I was actually
night.
upset I wasn't there.
Fast
I
forward.
didn't get the invite either. What's up?
Yeah, I always got the invite.
Fast forward. Look,
I look at my story, I'm like, these fools is
I
out.
went because Maul doesn't possess ego. So ego, it brings a different energy when niggas show up with, like, every nigga that was at this party was fucking 6'5" and up, nigga. So if a little nigga feeling some type of way, he'll cut you down with a pistol. And now we all 5'0".
Y'all
And
6
some
feet
kids
below.
6 below,
and
nigga.
depending on how you feeling next, we 6 feet under. So my obligation though is to the people that I care about. And Jack's been when he's 16 years old. He's going on 26 now. It's over 10 years of this young man who's followed my every lead, man. When he has a tough time, Jack, let me tell you this, and hopefully, we'll still be doing this when Jack comes, because he comes for 2 months. He called me crying one time. This is a white kid crying. He said, Trev, my grandmother just died. I'm in Germany. How did you deal with it? He's bloodshot. You know what type of safety you have to provide for a person to call you with tears? A man, even if he's a young man, white kid, to call with tears in his eyes and not be like, you going to judge me or anything? And it brought tears in my eyes because you go, man, For one, there's so many things going through my head. I never had a place where I felt safe, let alone outside source, because I couldn't even feel safe in my own home. Fast forward, he's also asking for guidance. Jack's mom's an architectural engineer. His dad, my bad, she's an engineer, dad's an architect. They're not hurting, they're still together. He's got a very good situation, but he calls me because he trusts me. And even when he tells his dad and them everything, he's like, yo, I had to call Trev, but such and such. I met the coaches at his colleges. There's 3 people I listen to. It's Trev and there's a guy named, I think, Micah, whatever. But you go, man, I've been so impactful that if anything happened to this kid, I know for a fact I'd kill somebody. So Jamahl doesn't possess negative energy, so I'm going to go out. But as I told him, I'm here to make sure nothing ever happens to Jack. He's here. He's never been here for a birthday because he had to come a month later. And I get to celebrate that with him as well. But even just the joy he had of being around us, meeting Jamahl, enjoying everything, it was like, yo.
He got to meet some fellow hoopers, and shout out to one of the homie, Alex, man. He I forgot what G League team he's coaching with, or being an assistant coach now. But it's just like you always say, man. You don't know how everything connects and brings people together, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to realize that. I never really realized it until like Trev started saying it. People might say it, but if you're not in the right mind frame to like really comprehend it.
Yep.
So that was a post I seen about communication and comprehension. Niggas talk to me all the time.
All the time.
But there's a slim chance I'm really comprehending.
Slim and none,
Because
nigga.
I'm in my own head, bro.
Exactly.
So it's just one of them situations, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mind you, Amal is one that I tell you guys, I don't trust a lot of African American. I don't trust nobody. Let's just keep it simple. I don't trust my goddamn mama. So, and that's a true story.
That is very true.
So when I continue to meet people, you go, man, I want to enrich their lives and I want to be a part of their life for a good while. And, you know, we'll get into some point, you know, how I ended up at Jamahl and them's house. But at anywho, you guys, you need mentors, you need team, you need community, you need life. And what I can tell you from my own personal experience, I'll let everybody go around the table, is that everyone at this table has enriched my life in some form or fashion, and even to a degree, slowed me down. Slowing me down is very difficult because we got this last night. I told you, Marcus, you got to figure out how to get it up. I need the first episode shot. I don't sit on no work. Fast forward, Stan's here. We're doing our first podcast with Stan. I believe there's a lot more to unpack, but here's the truth. 9 out of 10 people are going to try to fuck you over. It's unfortunate, but here's the truth. 1% really want what's best for you.
Yep.
That's the truth.
Very facts.
And if you find what I have around this particular table here, that 1% who are not kind of trying to prevent you from progressing, then you're probably headed in the right direction. Us 4 people sitting here, if 3 of those people you ever have to question, like, yo, I don't think this nigga's out to get me, then they gotta go, bro.
Quick.
So I can't thank Jamahl, Jamarcus, and Stan for wanting to be better people, and even just good people in general, man. Because it's been a journey. I hate that any of them have been fucked over. Because it's not fun being fucked over, people. It how you think of some dark thoughts, bro.
Yeah.
Dark
it does.
thoughts. And burying stuff because you go like Jamahl and Stan, like, who do you go talk to about it? And then if it wasn't someone intuitive like myself, even when I mean, Stan pulled up to my friend's house. She's an Indian girl over in Carrollton. I said, look, let's sit outside real quick. What the fuck is going on? and he has to answer those questions. And I'm like, who, what? No, just no. I don't want to see you again without a haircut, bro. whatever you do, worst case scenario, make sure you're presentable, you know? And mind you, if he was a nigga who started like Kimbo Slice, I wouldn't say nothing. I do know he takes pride in at least how he looks haircut wise, right? I've seen him for 2 years prior, and he hair, brushing, do-rag, whatever.
Them boots.
Them
boots.
So don't beat yourself up or rebel against a bunch of fucking losers. I don't know anybody outside of Jamil that he knows, and Jamil's a strong, supportive, but also Jamil has his own path. So, point is, you come around me, I want to see consistency. Ma, what would be your best advice to someone who's potentially looking for friends, or even more importantly, trying to manage their emotions through being fucked up? And both of y'all, everybody can answer this.
Can I answer real
You
quick?
go ahead,
Yeah,
You
go ahead.
go first.
Ask the question again.
Well, what would be your best advice in helping someone potentially manage their emotional welfare, emotional state? You've been, and I'm not going. I haven't seen Jamahl emotional, to be clear. I've seen him upset sometimes, where he's like, he'd tell me a story and you could see, oh, that got to him. Like, but he's never so angry, like, oh, damn, he's fucking up.
Yeah.
He has a great system between, I think, myself now included, Craig, Cat, and probably not too many more after that. But there's a few of us, as he said, it'll fall on deaf ears. So you say, how does one manage their emotions? And what would be your best advice in managing your emotions when you're dealing with somebody who's fucking you over?
So don't go looking for somebody to help you get over it. You got to make sure that you're in a good space mentally to be able to receive the information. So like what I did is when I was getting fucked over and I got fucked over at Butch's place, I started challenging myself. I started running more. I started working out, making myself feel better about how I looked and felt. And then when Trevor came out, he was basically on the same shit. Like, I mean, you look at Trevor, you know he works out, you know he's consistent and all of this. And
be clear, I'm very inconsistent, people. I got more consistent because I myself have said I want to be a $10 billion man. I think part of being $10 billion, when we jog around the Star and other places, is making sure I take care of myself. Because in the black community, high blood pressure, so many other things kill them. But keep going. I just know that I had to level up as well. When he met me, though, I was on some fitness shit, to be clear.
and that's the thing. Like, I mean, you know, my brand's Iron Sharp Canine, and that was one of the things that I started saying, iron sharpens iron. You got to be iron in that equation, because if you're not, you're just going to dull everything around you. And instead of lowering yourself to other people's expectations, you need to make other people rise to what you're wanting. And again, you get around Trevor, you get in the weight room, you doing some stuff, and you feel like you doing something, and then you see him put like 8 plates on there, and you're like, oh, we got more work to do.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that day. I never bitched that much. I mean, you was there, and I saw him put 405 on there?
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I got to get, what was it, 200 or whatever it was.
205.
But you have to make sure that you're doing stuff to be better, because nobody's going to come and save you in this world. You got to make sure that you can stand on your own too, and you have to have something to bring to the table. Everybody can eat, but it's a potluck. Everybody got to bring something to the table, because a lot of times people want to come and take to-go plates and they don't bring anything. So then you looking at your plate, and it's like, damn, I ain't got nothing for my family or my kids, and I was trying to help niggas who was just trying to take.
You know what's funny though is one of the guys I used to work with all the time, he said, Trevor, how do you stay so motivated? I said, Dan, you put $100,000 on your table, everybody comes takes the money. Not one person asks you how you doing. Even your son asked me how I'm doing. And he wouldn't ask you how you doing. That's the problem. I said, I'm not saying that how I'm doing matters, but I'm gonna tell you this. They care more about my state of being than they do yours. That's the problem. Yeah. So everything he's saying, I'm telling you right now, I was walking into Rockhurst University, and I'm never gonna forget me asking him that question. He says, man, you always smiling, you got good energy. How do you stay so motivated? I'm like, the kids, they need me, man. They need to be my best me all the time. Keep going, Stan.
Yeah, it's bigger than just you. And like you said, me not having a haircut, me not taking care of myself was a very clear representation of my mental state. I wasn't right. And that's not me, because I do care how I look. I do care what people, not necessarily what people think about me, but I don't want people to think negatively about me, because I'm not a negative person. I can be negative. I can go that way.
The thing. I think you could be negative at times, but you don't live there. I've lived in hell.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to.
If I turn the devil on, I could be the devil for a year, because I was raising so much evil. So I have to manage that evil, which is why I stay so isolated, because if one person annoys me, bro, I live in a very dark place, believe it or not, people. Yeah. So it's imperative that very few people get access, only because I'm better off. I tell people I deserve solitary confinement. And I'll be fine.
and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, they see me, they're like, "Oh, Stan, you're super outgoing. You're an extrovert." But ultimately, shit, I just want to sit by myself and be with my dogs. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do none of this shit that I got to do. But
likewise,
I have to.
Yeah.
And because it's bigger than just me.
Yep.
And once you realize that, you get motivation from it, because like I said, I think I told Jamarcus a story on the podcast about this lady hit me up in New York, and she said her kid, was terminal illness or whatever, in and out of the hospital, and he literally looks forward to my videos of me playing with my dogs. And she sent me a message and was asking like, hey, are you okay? My son hasn't seen your videos in like 3 or 4 days.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, damn, like, okay, I'm in a bad mood because I got fucked over by this person for some money, and this little kid is literally gaining motivation and, wanting to stay alive just to watch my videos. So it's like, I gotta do it. I gotta just get out of my head. And some of the best advice Trevor ever gave me was, get out of your own fucking way. Like, stop holding yourself back. Why are you holding yourself back? Why?
What about you, Mo? They're two different. They come from different places. Both people are motivated, but at times, I know Maul's trying to help a lot of people out, man. What are some things that you do to try to manage your emotional welfare when getting fucked over?
Oh man.
Do you want me to give you a second to think about that?
Yeah, give me a second.
I got you, man.
It's a lot.
No, you're good, man. I know that's a lot, but even from my personal experience, I think the three things to help manage my emotions and really try to press forward is you got to watch those settings, you got to want change, and then you got to have a plan. And I think the third one is the one that I struggle with the most, but the first two I know I've always wanted. Settings, that's probably the first thing I did back in 2015 that I had to change when I got my last DUI. And I'm like, yo, I really want to be better for my son. I want to just have a better life. I'm tired of going through this ringer, being on probation, doing all this bullshit. So the first thing I need to change is I got to change my settings. I got to get away from all the people who are putting all this negative energy in my life, who do not care about me whatsoever. And they're more so acquaintances. They definitely are not friends. So once I finally decided that for myself, I was like, okay, now the next thing is like, I really do want change. What do I got to do to go change that? So I changed my settings. What I do, I put myself in a position to be around Trev. And then once that happened, that was it. But then trying to figure out the rest, trying to create a plan, et cetera, that was the next part that was probably the most challenging. But now today, and mind you, this is a process that took almost 10 years of him chastising me, putting me through the ringer, me beating my head against the wall, me not getting it, but finally things starting to click. And then finally like, yo, let me just focus on these three things over the next year and see what really happens. I've always tried to overdo it, overthink it. And, like, I'm going to try to do 5, 10, 15 things over this next year and not one thing get done. But I'm like, yo, let me just focus on dogs, communication, business. Those are 3 areas I want to grow. I know creativity will be mixed in the process, so that won't be an issue. But let me just focus on those three things and really see what happens. And since I've done that, things actually became more clear on where I want to go moving forward into 2024 versus how it has in the past. So I think the three things you need to focus on is, one, those settings. One, you definitely want to have change for yourself. And three, you got to have a plan. And I think the third one is going to be the most difficult for most people because they have no idea where to start. But if you know what the end goal is, you just got to figure out what the work in between needs to be.
Yeah. Do you know what to say now?
Ask me the question again.
I've only asked it 3 times.
He said he need another man's best friend.
I'm ready,
Exactly.
I'm
I
ready.
know. I see them cherries is
Just
gone.
ask it again real quick so I'll make sure because there's a lot of shit.
It's a wino.
In managing your emotional state, what are the things that you objectively do to ensure you don't get stuck in whatever's going emotionally after being fucked over? I mean, it's like a paraphrasing, but it's like the idea of the question is like.
I mean, man, it's like, at least for me personally, it's like I got so much responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like the field that I get in, you take on other people's burden because they're people trying to get shit done. So like with me, I got to put myself in like a different dimension at times. I just have to disconnect at times and just really try to just double down on like why I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And the type of person I am. And then everything does play a part with the environment. That's why I go so hard, for my own peace and like, certain things that I wanted, because once I go through these doors, it's like I'm in my safe haven and I could just pretty much try to pour into everything that I've been pouring into myself, pour into different directions so I can make sure I could execute what I got to execute properly. So it's tough, man, but it really comes down to the environment and then really battling. It's like mental warfare, man, because you got to go through, no one can save you but you, you know what I mean? And you got to really double down on your faith and what you could get done so you could be and continue to add value to the rooms or the situation that you're trying to deal with to get over the bullshit. Because if you fester or you just continuously think about that bullshit, like both of these guys said, that's what you're going to start to put out.
It's like quicksand.
It's horrible. You
That's
know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
analogy.
So
Yep.
I feel like everybody deal with that shit in their own way, man. But it's tough. It's a little bit, probably might be a little bit more easier for Trev. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, they presume. Here's the thing, people. I want to feel something one time.
Yeah.
So in their case, again, I identified that they're compassionate people.
Mm-hmm.
So they keep thinking people are gonna be better. And even Boosie said on the Breakfast
podcast,
Club. We
yeah.
listened to the Breakfast Club on the way down to Houston, Maul and I. And he said, I learned something in anger management. My expectation was too high. He said, I expected people to act like me. Oprah said it, and many people did. Here's the thing. The fact is, I'm never going to meet another me. And if I do meet an iteration of me, it's because they're fundamentally a good person, but they don't think like me. There's no Elon Musk. There's no better Rockefeller. There's no Carnegie number 2. You're a window and an opportunity depending on how you present yourself. So what I mean is, you open a window, you get some fresh air, you feel relieved. I don't have the energy to deal with stupidity, and unfortunately, and I'm saying this candidly, but our people, black people, to be clear,
Niggas.
for whatever reason, they like fucking people over. So I'll go through the ringer. What I can see from Jamahl, for instance, he's not motivated by money. And mind you, he knows how to go get money. I know how to go get money. We're trying to find something that gets us up every day. And once you get over the fact that you can get money any moment in time, boom. So when they even say it's not like Trev, they have more compassion than I ever have. If a nigga sounds sweet to me, I will walk off. I'm literally like, oh, good luck. I'll disappear. He'd be like, it was never there. Like he died. So, but mind you, I also have a goal. First question I asked Kelvin when we met him was, how much does he want to be worth, right?
Yeah, fucked him up.
So, guy selling me, we at the ABKC Nationals, Papacitos, he says, man, I just feel like I'm one of the boys. I want to be a part of what you're doing. I love everything. I said, how much you want to be worth one day? Huh? Huh? What you mean? If I know that you want to be worth $100 million, I can build a plan around getting you to that point, which means no matter what happens, you'll never get jealous. You never feel like you left out. I will build a team. You'll be able to hire people. I can build 20 years of work for you if I know what you financially, in a sense, want to be worth. Doesn't mean you have to be worth $100 million. But I need to know that you want to be worth something. You want to just do the work and show up? Man, that's stupid. Give me a number. Because I know then how to build a plan out. I'm very good at planning. This is how we got here, right? I asked myself, okay. I told you, Mark says that. I said, yo, we get to episode 2025, Death by 100. This needs to pay for itself.
Yeah.
That's just like I've already told him, like, yo, I'm not sitting down talking to you guys for no fucking reason. I have nothing to fucking lose, nothing to gain. I want these men to be better men. But even when that young man was like, yo, I ain't know how to ask, but I really want to be a part of what you're doing. Well, how much you want to be worth? And he like, oh shit, what the fuck? I didn't expect that question. I never thought about that. Exactly. Because right now what you're telling me is, and I've got it on camera. This was like when Kobe met Jordan. Like we've got him on camera saying how you felt emotionally in the moment where he gets to see me face to face. And I don't know who he is from Adam. I got to be honest with you. But what I saw was sincerity and him being genuine. But you go, how do I really help you? Tell me how much you want to be worth. Then I know how much work I have to do. Because for me, it's always about the work. Stan and Jamahl, including Jamarcus, have all lived compassionately. I don't have the compassion because at the end of the day, I'm not getting fucked over, bro. And if I'm gonna bet on any man, the Bible says put faith in no man. So if I'm gonna bet on anybody, I'm gonna bet on my fucking self. Yep. That's why we're here. We're here also because, once again, I'm betting on myself, but I'm also betting that they could be better men.
Yep.
So I'm like, yo, Jamal's the character on the UnMotivated podcast. I've already told you, Jamarcus might not always be on here, but he helps manage it getting out to you guys. Stan, trust me, he got at least 25, 30 episodes in him. And that's because of all the things he's been through in dog training and life and, being a father and so many things I want to bring, topic-wise to the table so we can talk about it. So this isn't the one. This is like, yo, I believe we can get to 100 episodes. In 100 episodes, we can evaluate where we need to take this thing to the next level. But here's the fact. Today's episode was rooted in everybody getting fucked over with Jamarcus because he started slow.
Yeah.
And he started on the right path. And then objectively, he took my guidance and followed my direction. And so he starts better than everyone else because I actually want him to be better. Yeah. I love myself showing off Nala and saying, man, look at this girl. She looks good. I did the breeding for this purpose. Can I get rid of Maya's breathing problems in one breeding? Yeah. Intelligence, not so much. but can we sharpen up intelligence?
It's a process.
By generation 3, I think so. Yeah. So you go, if you follow my lead, I'll do the rest. And same thing with Mom. Mom's like, oh, and even his old lady Kat, she says, no, I'm in no rush. Like they're literally, they care about the dogs, and I hate, bring tears to my eyes. I kid you not, that these type of people are taken advantage of because long term, there's way more opportunity if we take care of the dogs than us trying to breed like everybody else. When you get on Instagram, you see puppies everywhere. Like, that looks foolish to me. I need to know that these puppies are going to be good puppies, and I cannot do that unless I invest a year to year and a half in every one of our dogs. So for one, let me take a second to thank Jamarcus, Jamahl, definitely our guy Stan the Dog Man, for being a part of this. By episode 20, their voices will be more, they'll be more certain about how they want to communicate and what they want to share. My job is to make sure they understand you guys have got nothing to hide. You don't have to hold back. You can speak freely. If people were looking for you, they would have already found you. Yeah. So even when you say stuff, believe me, if they were looking for you or concerned, they'd already killed you. That's the truth. But the gist of it is
we got them dogs.
Yeah. You got to tell the truth. And continue to inspire people to be others, because imagine somebody in your shoes right now getting shook down by the same person.
Yeah.
And they probably are. They probably are getting shut down by the same people.
Yeah.
I mean, Butch is still in business, and he's still probably taking advantage of people. I have a quote-unquote Western Shepherd, which is just a German Shepherd mix, and people are still, like, they would even comment on my videos talking about, oh, Annie Oakley, the Western Shepherd. And I used to just not even respond to it. Like, I used to just delete the comment. But this last time when we went down to Space Coast and they commented on my page, and I said, no, she's a fucking mutt. She is a mutt. I know her dad. I know her mom. It is a mutt. She's as good as she is because of what I did with her. It's not because of the breeding by any chance. She's actually a piece of shit dog. I don't like her. She has a lot of things wrong
she's not a
with
piece
her.
of shit.
Shit. You ain't lived with her.
No. But look, there's a reason why he's saying that, but there's a reason why he's won because of her. Here's the thing. Stan, he was very emotional at said time when he was super discouraged by that experience with Butch. I said, Stan, the dog's in your hands, man. It don't matter what Butch did or didn't do or how he bred it. Like, bro, you can make this dog whatever and then get her out there. He says, okay. So he took her a little bit more serious. Guess what? She's helped him win.
Yeah, we three-peated. Like,
you go see what I'm saying? So we start talking about three-peating is because you say, my man, things don't always work out the best way possible, but you have a chance and you get to make a choice to make her the best Western Shepherd or mutt.
She's the best mutt in the world.
In the world. So if out of all the American bullies, think of it like this. A lot of great dogs out there. Some want to stand still. People really do enjoy Ego. That's the truth. They do. They love Czar. They love Hera. They love Cha-Cha. They love even fucking Baloo's lazy ass.
Yeah, that's a funny one there.
But the point is because I know how to communicate and market effectively. And it's because I'm not concerned about what someone did. I'm thinking about how I can make things better. Yep. And I'm knowing that it's 7 to 10 years of work. Yeah. That's the thing. I'm knowing that we got that much just to achieve a fart worth of shit to get to where we're going. But what I don't want them to do is live in regret, definitely a mistake, or have a perverse mentality. And poverty, people, is something that's worldwide. A perverse mentality about getting out of the situation they're in, because if we choose one day to wake up and do better, we can make the world a better place. Yep. So I can't thank Jamahl, Jamarcus, Stan the Dog Man enough for sitting down, telling their truths. And mind you, by episode 20, the truth will get more clear. 20 reps is the start as we get to 100 of them being like, you know what, I ain't got nothing to lose. They got to post the shit. We got work to do. Jamarcus is doing a good job. I'm going to lead and guide the direction of this thing. Mm-hmm. But objectively, Jamahl will always be on here. And somebody else could be switched out. Past that, guys, take care of your dogs. Anything else you want to leave them with, people, especially when it comes to bad stories or anything else?
I mean, is any advice if you get in the dog world, just take your time. Don't get in a rush. Don't expect anything to happen overnight. If you want a well-trained dog, you're putting in at least a year and a half, 2 years of work to have a dog for 10, 15 years. So take your time. It's not going to happen overnight, and it's not easy.
Anything you want to leave with, Maul?
Nah, he pretty much hit it all on the head, man. Take your time, man. Even though it's an exciting new chapter, you know what I mean? But like you said, you committing to some years behind that decision. You know what I mean? So it will behoove you to make sure.
It'll behoove you, yo.
Behoove.
Yeah, man, he learned something today. Why?
That's a $100 word.
Hey, with all that being said, y'all, you just got to be patient. You got to be consistent if you want to be better. And at the end of the day, man, you just got to do your best.
Yeah.
There you go, people.
And
Listen.
take care of your dog.
Look, and you know what? I said it the first time, and I didn't think nothing of it. It turned into a thing. but the gist of it is, guys, we're here because we take care of the dogs. And I told Jamarcus at a table at his house 2 years ago, so if you guys take care of the dogs, I'll do the rest. So what does that mean? You do not have to have an ego, a Zara, a Tron, nothing. I will do the rest. If I'm going to bet on one man to die trying his best, as 50 said, get rich or die trying. I ain't even trying to get rich. I just want to make the world a better place, which will enrich our lives. We'll be okay. I'll do all the work. Just make sure the dogs don't fucking fail. Fail them. Don't fail the dogs. So, UnMotivated. This is some of the best and worst stories. Shout out to Jamahl and definitely stand for just sharing kind of their versions as they get more comfortable and confident in telling the truth and the whole truth. So help them God. We will definitely bring you more. I'll call it structure around the story that allows you to not read between the lines, be like, yo, so here's the line. I need to know not to do this. Jamahl runs a company and has a company called Offer Credit. For those looking for credit solutions, you have credit problems. He really has a lot of credit education, which gives you the tools to make good choices when it comes to budgeting and improving your quality of life. Quality of life is, you've watched me start at an apartment with 2 dogs, move to Jamarcus's house with a backyard, to living at Hunter's house in a garage with a side yard and a backyard, to now being in what some people say the big house. The big house per se is another opportunity for me to scale. And the next step should be land. I initially wanted to run up out of here as soon as I got here. But once I got a good sense, and mind you, I gave myself 90 days of who Jamahl was, and I realized this guy's not applying pressure in a way that I'm used to African Americans. Applying pressure in a negative way, right? He's like, I pay my rent, take care of the dogs, we function well. You go, oh, we'll be okay here. And mind you, now's a bad time to buy houses anyway. But you go in, it's never really a good time if we're being honest. But point is I've truly enjoyed learning how to be a better friend, a better person, a better man, and so many other things while being in this particular setting. It is, man, it's stressful for someone like me because I've been on my own for so long. I've been isolated, and it started as a child. We'll talk about that in another episode. Guys, take care of your dogs. In this case, reach out to Offer Credit if you have credit questions. Iron Shark K9 if you have training questions. Better Best Dog to follow processes on training your dog as well, because those two work together. And then if you're here because you simply enjoy Fit Bully TV, keep taking care of your dogs, people.
Yep.
That's it. That's all.
Boom.